and a very good evening to everyone. So, we are from Group 2 going to presenting about electronic flight instrument system. My name is Nurul Hani Syafiqah binti Rosani and my matrix number is 203142. As for the introduction, EFIS is the acronym of Electronic Flight Instrument System, where the system is located in aircraft and is used by the pilot or the captain. The EFIS is located in the cockpit or flight deck and display technology used is electronic. EFIS normally consists of primary flight display (PFD), multifunction display (MFD), and engine indicating and crew alerting system (ECAS) display. The complex electromechanical attitude director indicator (ADI) and horizontal situation indicator (HSI) were the first replacement by EFIS. The unit display comprises this item on the flight deck, which is the first one is electronic attitude director indicator or primary flight display. The second one is electronic horizontal situation indicator or navigation display. And the third one is engine indicator and crew alerting system or electronic centralized aircraft monitor.
Hi, I am Afiqah. My matrix number is 20826. Okay, as of my part, I will explain about the primary flight display. So the primary flight display is where the electronic flight instruments are integrated into. Primary flight displays the information about the primary flight instrument, navigation instrument, and the status of the flight in one integrated display. And some systems include power plant information and other system information in the same display. So for a typical primary flight display, it includes the vertical tape displays that appear on the left and right sides to present the airspeed and the altitude indication. It also has a segmented triangle near the top of the altitude indicator easy to show the turn coordination, and it also has a curved line display at the top of the heading or navigation instrument to show the rate of turn indicator. Now for the enhancement to the primary flight system, the figure shows an air speed indicator that displays the reference speed and the operating ranges of the aircraft. And we need to know for this part, family color coding is used on the airspeed indicator to depict the operating ranges. And for the last part is the primary flight instrument system. Primary flight instrument system include microelectronic sensors, magnetic direction sensing device, AHRS, Ford sensor that measures static and RAM air pressure, and the fifth is the air data altitude heading reference system. So for the microelectronic sensor is used to actually measure altitude of the aircraft. The magnetic direction sensing device is used to determine the aircraft heading. The AHRS is it contains not only the sensors used to measure altitude and heading, but also a computer that accepts sensor inputs and perform calculations. And it also has a sensor that measures static and RAM air pressure to provide information on altitude and the airspeed. And for the ADAHRS, which is the altitude heading reference system, it actually combines all of the systems like the pressure altitude indicated airspeed, vertical speed, and true airspeed, and these systems are combined into the ADA-HRS, and they are described into one integrated unit. I think that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alya Irdina binti Zahirah and my matric number is 200717. Today I am going to present about the Electronic Flight Instrument System EFIS, and my contribution in this topic is to find the information about the primary flight display PFD and the system failure in PFD. Now I am going to explain about the system failure in PFD. First, we are going to see the instrument system failure. So as we can see, a bold red X was used by manufacturers to place it on the inoperative instruments. And manufacturers also provide the initiator messages about failed systems to the pilot. So it is basically a pilot job to find how to solve this failure problem. So This picture shows the inoperative altitude, vertical speed indicators, and airspeed on the PFD. So basically, this picture indicates the failure in the air data computer. So this the system can be completely disrupted if there any interruptions in the power supplies, such as alternator regulator failure, lightning strikes, drive belt failure, wiring harness problems, or other electrical failures. So basically, if there is any failure in the list that I have mentioned before, it can make the EFIS can completely stop and cannot be functioned anymore. So this picture shows the operative indicator on the PFD. Then this picture basically indicates the failure of the AHRS. So next I am going to explain about the primary flight display failure. So PFD also have a high possibility to fail. Some systems that act as a first line of defense can offer derivation capability to display the PFD data on the multifunction display MFD when the PFD is failed. So basically MFD is like the backup for the PFD. But every aircraft that equipped with the EFIS also contain a minimal set of backup or standby instrument. So the backup that usually the flight use is the conventional round dial instruments. This backup have an airspeed indicator, an altimeter, and an altitude indicator. So basically, when the loss of primary instrumentation happen, it can create a distraction that can increase the risk of the flight. So, for example, in the case of a vacuum failure, the skilled pilot must be treats the lost PFD data as a reason to land as soon as practicable. So, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharifah Nurin Zahirah binti Said Zainal Abidin. My metric number is 200501. So today I am going to explain on the electronic flight instrument system. The electronic flight instrument systems EFIS uses dedicated signal generators to drive two independent displays in the center of basic T. Analog systems were used in the early systems of EFIS. Meanwhile, in the newer models, it uses digital systems. The pilot can select the various modes or screen features that wish to be displayed through the display controller. In order to prevent the operation of one of the two primary units from failing, the third backup symbol generator can be used. So this is a simplified diagram of an EFIS system. The EAD and EHSI displays are CRT units in earlier systems. The CRT means cathode ray tubes. Modern systems use digital displays, sometimes with only one multifunctional display unit replacing the two shown. Independent digital processors can also be located in a single unit to replace the three separate symbol generator. So next, the main cores of an EFI system are the electronic depiction of ADI and HIS information. Its expanded size and capabilities over traditional gauge allow for integration of even more flight instrument data. Normally, part of the turn coordinator and all of the basic flight instruments are depicted by the EFIS display, since most EFIS EAD depictions include the inclinometer. So this is an EFIS display diagram. An EFIS EAD displays an airspeed scale to the left of the horizon sphere and an altimeter and vertical speed scale to the right. The sleep indicator is the small rectangle under the direction triangles at the top. This EFIS display presents all of the flight information in the conventional cockpit basic T. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hasya Sufiah Danisyah binti Umar Dani with my matrix number of 202793, and this is my avionics video presentation of Electronic Flight Instrument System EFIS. EFIS. Electronic Flight Instrument System, or EFIS, is located in the cockpit on the flight deck, which displays data electronically for the pilot's reference. So, EFIS, Electronic Flight Instrument System, consists of PFD, MFD, ECAS. PFD stands for Primary Flight Display, MFD stands for Multifunction Display, and ECAS stands for Electronic Indicating Crew Alerting System, ECAS. But what I'm going to talk about is ECAM. ECAM stands for Electronic Centralized Aircraft Monitor. ECAM is basically the same thing as ECAS, but ECAM is the Airbus version of ECAS. ECAM is a monitor that displays data of the engine and the aircraft system on the flight deck for the pilots. ECAM means Electronic Centralized Aircraft Monitor. It means that the position of the ECAM on the flight deck is on the center of the flight deck, which can be referred to the pilot and the co-pilot. Hello, so this is how ECAM looks like. It is a monitor on the flight deck that displays data. Now let's take a look on this side of the ECAM. We have the N1, EGT, N2, and FF on the top left. EGT stands for exhaust gas temperature, and FF is fuel flow. And the top right, we have fuel on board. The bottom left of the ECAM will display what parameters are on. In the picture, no smoking is on, seat belts are on, spoilers are full, and the flaps are also full. Meanwhile, on the bottom right, there is landing inhibit and APU bleed, and it also can show parameters like ground or landing gear. Now let's take a look on the other ECAM display. We have the data on the engine, so fuel used, oil quantity, the air, and also landing elevation auto. On the bottom, it will show like total air temperature and static air temperature, TAT and SAT. These are also the other displays that ECAM can do. To do this, the pilot will just press the button. So that is it for my ECAM video presentation. I will leave the rest to my group mates, and thank you for watching.
ECAS are defined as an aircraft system for displaying engine parameters and alerting the crew to system configuration or fault, where it performs many of the same functions as an ECAM system. The engine indicating and crew alerting system, ECAS provides the crew with two displays to monitor the engine, control surfaces, and all major aircraft systems. This system provides alerting system messages to the crew that are posted on the display in the form of warning, caution, advisory, and system messages. It will light up the switch lights on the specific system control panels to provide component or system status or to prompt corrective crew action. The basic system comprises two display units, where a control panel and two computers supplied with analog and digital signal from the engine and the system sensors. These two monitors receive the same information from the same computer. The computers are designated left and right, where only one is in control of the system at one time. The second computer serves as a standby. In case of failure, it may be switched manually or automatically.